Even Section 370, when it was drafted, Lord Macaulay said that the subject is so revolting that we do not even want to talk about it. That was the first, before he drafted this, that was his first statement. And of course, he did draft it, and he called it a unnatural sex and blah, 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 blah. I don't know what is unnatural about it. So the point I'm saying is that they never really use that law. There are only 200 prosecutions in our 65-year-old history where this law has been actually used, because they have to find the foreign pubic hair in your this, or semen in your anus. It's all very, no policeman will want to go there, Because I have sometimes, Riyadh and me have sometimes tried and pushed this law. Acha, kya karoge? Leke jao, police station. They say, acha? They don't know what to do, because they have to call in the doctor. They have to get you tested. That thing has to be presented in a court of law, which of course they will not do. They have always used it as a threat and blackmail and extortion. And there are people like that with me. We've stood up to these threats. Here is Ramesh Menon, who's to be part of our crisis management team. And he used to go whenever somebody blackmailed, we said to him, and say, you want money? Okay, come with me. Come, we'll, on the streets, we'll take it out. And he used to shame the policeman. And the policeman ran away, So, ultimately, it means this thing is being fought inch by inch on the streets. It's not, and I think someone like Riyadh knew it. Although, Riyadh was a member of our elite, classes. He was very much part of the Wellington Club and blah, blah, blah. But he knew that a lot of what was happening on the streets. And finally, HUMSAFAR Trust, all that work of ours is on the street. It's not really in the court. When we were asked to produce affidavit, we had, how many do you want? That sort of thing. But what I mean to say is that Section 377 was an enormous relief for us. When it was removed, it was like the first dam, the obstruction has gone. After that, we'll look at the other stuff. But even after it had gone, there's an organization called SPACE. I was in UNAIDS for 5 years, and I was collecting all this documentation. There was an organization called SPACE, a very small NGO in Delhi of Hijras. And it had all these records after 2009. They were never using Section 377 anyway. They were using Anti-Nuisance Act, anti-obscenity, anti-solicitation, because Hijras do sex work. They immediately are held, you are doing prostitution, you are trying to get customers, and you're put in. So, we must remember where really they're attacking you. They're trying to use stigma, discrimination. They will say, suppose they catch you on the platform. They'll say, acha, tumhara ID lao. They'll say, we'll call your parents, we'll call your wife, we'll call your whatever. So the person immediately gets scared. Middle class in India is always scared that they are shamed. So they immediately give the money. The extortion and blackmail is what the main tactic is. So we need to go ahead and see what other issues are there. And that means we have to sensitize all the gatekeepers. It's great that says Nargish Aunty is here, someone like Chitra is here, and the mothers and fathers are coming out. And that is what I am looking forward to. I mean, if you see the big coalition now, women's groups are there, psychiatrist groups are there. We didn't have these before 2009. 2009 was an isolated fight, of the community, which went to the Delhi High Court. Now we have a whole group. Every 15 days there is an organization that says this law is bad, So let's see how it goes. I'm not very confident that it will get over soon, because I think everywhere, all over the world, the forces of reaction are coming up. Look at Russia. Look at all these places. Things are not nice. You saw Uganda. Uganda had a very, if you ask Roy and I sometimes talk about the HIV/AIDS, in the world. Uganda was one country where they had managed to reduce HIV by talking openly about sex. And they reduced it by nearly 60%. It was a model country in Africa for STI and HIV/AIDS program. And look, they've gone behind because of all these crazy evangelistic Christian missionary groups coming in from America, which is happening here too. You know, there are 3-4 organizations from America which are preaching against homosexuality and, saying Jesus can save you, all sorts of things. So we need to be very careful what we allow into this country, what we don't. Things are not nice. Let's face it. It's going to be a tough battle.
Okay. So I just want to actually, further to what Ashok said, just to flag off, and I think in August 2013, which is, I think, Diwali, August, or when is the November? Yeah. So during Diwali 2013, in fact, in Hassan, which is a small town in south of India, the police actually raided a particular, they actually caught a sex work, outreach worker was distributing condoms in a public park. And